that background, I thought that was a pretty good value. All right, I'm taking it. So I'm all in. I'm a Christian. How do we as Christians then engage in marketing? If you are an entrepreneur and a business person and you're also a Christian, these are going to be kind of mandatory for you. This is what God says you should do. If you're not a Christian, hey, guess what? This is also best business practices. These are things that, funnily enough, since God made the world and He ordered things to work as He did it, like, funny thing that when we follow God's principles and best ethical practices, it actually ends up being pretty financially successful too, because that's kind of how the world works, which is awesome. So, how should Christians engage in marketing? First, we should put our customer needs and values first before our own. We shouldn't be taking advantage of our customers. Okay. Why? In terms of business speak, research, well, this translates to higher trust, higher loyalty, and higher return on investment. Research has found over and over and over again that it's much cheaper to keep your customers happy and coming back than to be constantly trying to find new customers. So, focusing on keeping your customers happy and giving them what they want is a good business practice. Second, find a product that you really believe in. You are communicating value for a product, make sure it's one you can get behind. There are a lot of bad companies and bad products out there that are hurting people or even just aren't a really great product. They're sort of a second-rate product and they aren't really offering unique value and are sort of overpriced for what you get. Don't represent them. Find one that you can be passionate and excited and actually authentic about in your communication of this is a really cool thing. Don't just work a job because they pay you. As soon as you have the option to go and work for somewhere that you can be passionate about, do that. Find a job that you can really get behind and then be authentic in your communication of its value. Remember that your reputation, your personal brand, is valuable. You're going to carry it with you your whole life. So don't let your brand be associated with bad products. Final point, or next to the final point, just because it's legal doesn't make it right. There are lots of things you can do that you really shouldn't. There are a lot of persuasive tactics that really work. That persuading somebody to buy, like hard selling, act now or it'll be too late. Yeah, it works. You shouldn't do it. Deceptive advertising. Well, it's not technically lying to people. They're not. You can't sue us. Yeah, but you're really confusing people. That's not a good thing to do. Don't do it. Legal loopholes. Hey, looky here. We can totally go and sell this this hedge fund to people, and well, the courts actually haven't decided whether this is an instance of this law or not. So until they do, we can totally sell this to you. No, don't do that. Remember that even if nobody else knows what you're doing, God knows what you're doing. Scripture speaks to this, like, don't be deceived. God is not mocked. Whatever one sows, that he will also reap. Therefore, let us not weary of doing good. For in due season, we will reap if we do not give up. Even if everyone else in your industry is doing something that you look at and go, that's shady. It's like, well, everybody's doing it. Yeah, I'm not going to, because God sees. And I am wanting to reap, to sow, like we're in a farming location. I'm going to sow righteousness that I may reap back onto myself the benefits of that righteousness, because God sees.